You know, I love the fall time of the year. You can't beat these colors and the cool temperatures and the low humidity. It's one of my favorite things about fall. But another favorite thing is missing this year, and that's the flight of the monarch butterflies that head south for the winter. Fall is in full swing with leaves changing and the crisp, pleasant days and cool nights. Normally by now I would have spotted scores of monarch butterflies heading south for the winter. But this is the first year I've not seen a single one, and it makes me sad. Monarch butterflies are not able to survive the cold winters of most of the United States, so they migrate south and west each autumn to escape the cold weather. The monarch butterflies will spend their winter in Mexico and some parts of Southern California where it's warm all year long. If the monarchs live in the eastern U.S., they migrate to a specific area of Mexico that contains the oyamel trees. If the monarch butterfly lives west of the Rocky Mountains, then it will hibernate in and around Pacific Grove, California, in eucalyptus trees. Strangely, monarch butterflies use the very same trees each and every year when they migrate. What makes that even stranger is that they aren't the same butterflies that were there last year. These are the new fourth generation of monarch butterflies, and they have traveled as much as 2,500 miles to get there. So how do they know which trees are the right ones to hibernate in? The truth is, nobody really knows. Also, the caterpillar of the monarch only feeds on one specific plant, the milkweed, and it doesn't grow in those climates where the monarch has gone to winter. As spring arrives, they start their migration back north, seeking out milkweed to lay their eggs and nectar plants to eat. So the spring generation must fly back north to places where the plants are plentiful in our part of the world. There is nothing more beautiful than seeing monarch butterflies flying around your flower garden with their orange and black colors. Folks have given butterflies in general the nickname of flying flowers because of their differing colors. But the monarchs are special and have always been part of the American landscape. Many of us have fond childhood memories of studying the monarch in school. It was there I learned about larvae, metamorphosis, and many other things about those beautiful butterflies. But I have noticed in recent years the monarchs are not as plentiful as they once were. I read that for the last 20-plus years, communities and scientists have been tracking monarch populations with growing concern as the numbers of monarchs at overwintering sites have declined. What does this trend mean for the future of the monarch? Is the monarch at risk of extinction, or might it be in the future? According to a study by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, it was disclosed that from the year 1990, around 1 billion monarchs have vanished. 1 billion have vanished. They allege that the use of weed-resistant material and herbicides is continuing to ruin their original habitat and may well be the main reason leading to the consistent extinction of the monarchs. The use of such harmful chemicals has led to the destruction of milkweed plants, the only plant in which the monarch caterpillars feed on. The decreasing numbers of monarchs reaching Mexico by the way of migration in the last 2 decades is alarming. Now it has gone below the lowest recorded level of a mere 35 million. The wintering area in Mexico, instead of spreading in the whole 45 acres like in 1996, now only covers an area of 1.7 acres by the 2013-14 season, and that included 11 sanctuaries. In 2023, the annual count of migratory monarchs that spent the winter in Mexico is once again dismal for the orange and black butterflies. This year's count showed a 22% decline from 2022, leaving the butterfly highly vulnerable to extinction. In fact, monarchs are currently on the candidate waiting list for Endangered Species Act protection. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service has a 2024 deadline to make a final listing determination. Monarchs have lost an estimated 165 million acres of breeding habitat in the United States to herbicide spraying and development in recent decades. The caterpillar only eats milkweed, but the plant has been devastated by increasing herbicide spraying in conjunction with corn and soybean crops that have been genetically engineered to tolerate direct spraying. The butterflies are also threatened by insecticides, fungicides, and other chemicals that are toxic to young caterpillars. By 1999, around 97% of milkweed has been eradicated. What can we do? Well, we can offset monarch habitat loss by growing milkweed habitats in yards and fields and encourage gardeners or anyone interested in adding milkweed to their landscape. The good news is that planting milkweed is one of the easiest ways that each of us can make a difference for monarchs. There are several dozen species of this wildflower native to North America, so no matter where you live, there is at least one milkweed species naturally found in your area. Planting these seeds in fall will get optimal results. I did find that you can acquire seeds through Amazon and Walmart online. A packet of 100 seeds costs around $3.65 and are shipping now. There may be other places locally to get them as well. I found places online that will give you milkweed seeds for free. Just do a Google search for them. Not only will it help the monarch, it will also attract an array of other beneficial insects as well. Try to do your part and save our monarchs for future generations to enjoy these flowers with wings.